The Volta region, we've been preaching buy Ghana rice, buy Ghana rice. There's a rice glut happening there. And so let's go to Weta, where the rice farmers are complaining of rice gluts.
At the Weta irrigation scheme in the Ketu North Municipality, farmers say large volumes of harvested rice are piling up in homes and limited storage facilities. Despite the absence of ready markets, many continue to queue at milling centers, hoping that processing paddy into milled rice will make it more attractive to buyers. Tricycles and mini trucks loaded with bagged produce line up daily as machines run continuously. Farmers say they have cut price significantly in a bid to clear stock. However, demand remains low, and some say current market prices barely cover production costs, including seeds, fertilizer, labor, and irrigation.
Price of the rice has drastically come down as compared to last year, where the price was okay and then the farmers were happy. But right now, the price has come down, and moreover too, there are no customers to buy our rice. And again, as we speak, the input costs are the same. The price of harvesting, conveying, the transportation cost is the same, but the price of the rice has come down drastically. And as we speak, there are no customers to buy our produce.
With more rice accumulating by the day, they fear severe post-harvest losses if urgent action is not taken. They are appealing to governments and relevant agencies to help link them to bulk purchases, cool feeding programs, and buffer stock arrangements.
When the government is coming, if in terms of taking it for maybe this school feeding project and the rest, I think it will help. But right now, we have the rice, it is there. It is discouraging the youth to go into farming right now.
The farmers are also calling for stricter regulations of rice imports, arguing that the influx of cheaper foreign rice is making it difficult for local producers to compete.
According to what we are realizing right now is that there is so much foreign rice in the system, which is very low. The price is down, and where it is very close to us, to the customers to buy. So we are in trouble. So we need them to come in.
Rice farmers here at the Weta irrigation scheme in the Ketu North Municipality of the Volta region are calling on government to put a stop to the importation of foreign rice to enable them to get markets in the local market. Reporting for ChannelOne is from Weta in the Ketu North Municipality of the Volta region. I am Desmond Salazar.
Sunday breakfast, we just brought to you, very depressing scenes all the way in the Volta region where there's a seeming rice glut. Farmers are not happy because they say that their hard work and most importantly, their money is being washed down the drain. We'll be joining, our correspondent in the region, Desmond Selassie Agbo, is on the line by Zoom to share some insights into this particular story. And again, viewers, there's an active rice campaign we at ChannelOne TV together with Agri Impact Limited, is pushing, and it's important that we bring to your attention some of these stories. Desmond, good morning and welcome to Sunday Breakfast.
Good morning, Chief.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you, Chief. How are you?
I'm doing amazing, except I'm sure rice farmers in the region are not too happy with the ongoing situation. How did this come about in your engagement with them?
All right, thank you, and good morning once again. So the issue of rice glut in the Volta region is not only peculiar to the irrigation scheme. At Dome some months back, I was there to engage with the farmers and also the district assembly on why they are not getting buyers for their rice. And this was in the previous farming season. And this issue we are seeing here at Weta dates back for over 8 months now. They cultivated some 12 months ago, and it's time for harvesting. They've harvested. They are unable to get buyers to buy their produce. The farmers I was engaging with them, they told me they've reduced their prices drastically, from 700 cedis to somewhere 450 Ghana cedis. Yet still, they are not able to get buyers for this produce. So when you visit some of the warehouses in the Veta enclave, that's the Afalazi and some neighboring communities, you see lots of um, um, uh, bagged rice all over. Some are even being beaten by rain each day, but they don't have anywhere as well to store them. Also, that's another challenge as well. So this issue of rice glass in the region has been a challenge for some time now, and from the engagement with this family, they tell me that Togo is near them. So most of the market women go to Togo and other places to get rice at a cheaper rate, which when they compare to the ones they cultivate here in Ghana, it's a little higher. So they prefer to buy from Togo, despite the calls from government and other agencies like our own institution for the promotion of locally made rice. We are still seeing this market women going to buy uh, rice from Togo, from other places, just because they are cheap and accessible to them. So these farmers are calling on government to regulate the importation of foreign rice onto the local markets, so they are also able to compete with these foreign brands.
The attention of local authorities, right? I'm referring to the member of parliament, for example, for the area, and what has been the official response to the situation?
Well, Jude, I'll take you a little back. In October, November last year, also, the issue of onion glass in the region was on the rise. So most of these assemblies, most of these MPs are aware of this issue. On the issue of the onion glass, the Anglo-Ghana district, sorry, was calling for the construction of more storage facilities for them. They were also appealing for the government to engage with buffer stock, so most of these items could be taken to the buffer stock for preservation. So the issue cuts across not only rice or tomato or onion. So most of these assemblies are aware of the challenges that these farmers are facing. This is not an issue just peculiar to Veta irrigation scheme, where we are seeing these farmers having issues selling their rice, having issues storing their rice. So it cuts across. For now, we don't know what the assemblies or the MPs are doing. They might be working backdoor. Um, but in no time, we should be engaging them to know what exactly their plans are now. So we see the way forward from there.
Interesting. You've been engaging the farmers as well, right? How is this affecting their trade? When you engage them, what do they say to you in relation to the ongoing situation?
All right, Jude. Most of these farmers are excuse me to say, not too much to do, or not too well to do. Uh, so they will have to go for loans and startup capitals to start their farms. And the issue of the buyers not able to get to the market, to the farms to take this produce away is taking a toll on them. Investments are still rising. Debts are still piling on them. They are unable to clear all those debts. They are seeing their creditors coming to them to ask for their money. So all this is taking a toll on them. One of the youth in the community was telling me that it would disturb them, especially the youth, because we are trying to let youth venture into farming. So if this issue of they not getting their returns after farming, they'll be reconsidering their decisions of engaging or venturing into the farming sector or the agri sector. So this is a bigger challenge here in the region. We are just hoping that authorities come in swiftly. We have some silos here in the Volta region, constructed way back in 1957 or 58, thereabouts. But all these silos are not functioning now. So either the government focuses on the storage facilities, processing units as well in the region, or because there are few. When you go to the Central Town District, for example, we have only one processing center there. When you go to South Town as well, there's about two or three, which is not enough for these farms. Put together all these farms in the region, we are seeing over 10,000 acres because for example, for the Weta irrigation scheme, for example, it's more than 1,000 hectares. Sorry, 1,000 hectares. So you can just imagine how, when you bring all this together, how large the sizes of the farms are going to be with few processing centers in the region. So
Interesting.
we are also calling on government to provide these farmers with some processing centers, storage units, and get them biased, as they are saying, in their local language.
Desmond, is there a risk of these farmers abandoning rice farming, considering all that they're going through?
Not only rice farming, but tomato farming, onion farming, because they are saying they are not able to compete with the foreign ones. We see onion coming from Niger, coming from Togo, coming from Burkina Faso into the country. They pass through Togo, through the Aflao border, or through some entry points into the Volta region. So these people are the hardest hit in terms of the importation of these uh, commodities into the Ghanaian market. So it's a very big challenge here in the region.
In all of this, have we heard from the buffer stock company and, of course, the assembly as well, the DC? Are there any efforts to reach out to them on possibly, buying the excess stock? Because we saw in other parts of the country, the Ashanti region, when the Glut issue became topical, the Agric Ministry moved in to purchase the excess, right, the surplus. Have we heard from the buffer stock on this issue? And if so, what's been their response?
So I was engaging with the Agloga DCE, Sandra Kezo, who told me she was engaging with buffer stock, but now we've not heard anything from them. I'm yet to speak with the MC for the Ketu North Municipality, but I think together with the MP Edem Agbana, they are going to do something marvelous for them. But when, we don't know. So we are still hoping on them that they come in swiftly to solve this challenge for their constituents or their assemblies or those in the
but the MP is well aware of the issue.
I should be sure he's aware. I've not spoken with him directly, but since the DC the MC is aware, definitely he should also be aware. And also these farmers are some are assembly members, some are units committee members. So definitely these MPs should be aware of the issue in their constituency.
Give us, briefly before you take leave of us, right, give us an overview of the community, right? What's their population? How many of them are into farming? If you could give us like a brief overview.
All right, so the Weta irrigation scheme, as I said, is over 1,000 hectares. And along this farm area, we have communities including Weta, Afalavi, and some smaller communities in the enclave. Putting all these people together, we should be looking somewhere over 50,000 or so people in this area, and most of them are into this rice farming. Aside the rice farming, we have maize cultivation, tomato, and some other smaller commodities in the area. But most of these people are engaging into the rice farming. There's a dam or an irrigation system in the community, which I learned was constructed somewhere in 1970 to 1980s. And this is what is supplying them with water. So their issue is not about water or irrigation. They can farm all year round, but the issue is now, after farming all year round, am I going to have my goods in the warehouse? Am I going to have my goods in the house going bad and leaving me in debt? So in all, these people are crying for more help, more storage facilities, more buyers, more processing centers to be closer to them, especially in this area.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Desmond Selassie Agor, who is our Volta Regional correspondent, taking time to, brief us on the Weta rice glut situation all the way in the Volta region. It's funny how this is happening at a time where we are also, actively pushing a rice campaign. And I'm trying to dig up some numbers on Ghana's rice importation, right? And it makes for a staggering, analysis.
Yeah.
Just the sheer volume of rice we import into this country. So now, according to newsghana.com.gh, Ghana's population and urbanization, have driven rice demand to around 1.8 million tons per year, and it covers, domestic production covers only 50% of that need. So the remaining 50%, you get the sense that is rice that is probably imported. But I want to believe that it is way more, way more. So probably cross-check that again. But the point is that we have the capacity to produce that same quality rice a lot of, importers bring into this country. So I struggle to appreciate the hesitance, in wanting to eat local rice. I get the sense that
I think
it's a big business, right?
I was saying that we just probably don't know how to cook it or how to use it beyond making angwamo or rice water, because mostly when someone buys local rice, that's what they're thinking of, because those are easy ways. So we probably don't know how to cook it or how to use it efficiently for it to taste, because we've acquired a certain taste, like Enna will say, taste is acquired. So we've acquired a certain taste for the rice that we import. So we have to, reduce the importation and then, push our local rice so that we can get a taste for our local rice, because it's some brands that I've eaten so far are amazing.
Yeah, so a High Street Journal, a rather credible online portal, is also saying that roughly 70% of the rice sold in Ghana is imported. Even though they admit that local production for the past year has been steadily rising, and that is in part due to some of the programs we run here, right? So, for example, we say made in Agri-Fair. It's Ghana rice that we sell there. This is Ghana. We are projecting Ghana rice. Even the Back to Your Village Food Festival, for the rice dishes that are made, I believe that it is Ghana rice that we use. So all of this, an attempt to consciously, push the narrative around Ghana rice being of a certain quality. So if we are hearing of a glut situation, it disturbs me.
Yeah. I understand we have the assemblyman for the Adzuachi electoral area in Weta, Pomevo Wanda, on the line. Good morning and welcome to Sunday Breakfast, sir. No, unfortunately, I think we've lost him. You were making a point. Go ahead.
Yes. Hopefully joins us back on so he can give us some insights. But, another reason why you'd usually hear people say, they prefer the foreign rice is because we've not sort of added more value to our rice, right? So maybe from the farm in this raw form, and you hear people say, I like fragrant rice, or as we say, perfume rice, all of that. But I look at some of the rice brands we have here in Ghana. For example, AVV, Nana Rice. There's this other one. I keep forgetting the name. It hurts me so much. I don't know whether government needs to now enter the space to say, okay, we are going to probably handpick, through a competitive process, maybe 10 rice producers here, and actively support them, make them competitive enough so that they can bridge that demand gap. Because, we've always maintained that if we support these rice farmers, right, you are inherently supporting the local economy.
Exactly.
So the economists will tell us how all of this import substitution, the foreign exchange, how all of this, in the long run plays.
Mr. Wanda is back on the line. Mr. Wanda, good morning and welcome to Sunday Breakfast.
Morning.
How are you doing?
We are doing great.
We thank God. How serious is this rice glut situation in your community? And if you can put into context for us how much rice is unsold, I'd be very grateful.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. We are suffering here in a Weta irrigation project. We are doing all year round farming, and we are experiencing this growth last year, July up to date. So we are having rice like 200 tons. That's unsold. So we are calling government to come to our aid because we borrow money before going to the farming. So the market too is not favorable. 2024, we were selling the rice 50 kg, the meal one, 50 kg, 900, 850 Ghana cedis. But right now we are selling it 550 Ghana cedis, but there's no market for it. So we are suffering a lot.
What factors do you think led to this oversupply? Is it a bumper harvest or reduced harvest or the increase in cost? What has led to the oversupply of rice?
The importation of the rice is too much. Yes, the importation of the rice is too much. A lot of trailers are bringing rice from Togo. A day you could see that 20 trucks can move rice from Akanu border, Segbe border to the country.
Wow.
And they are selling it at a cheaper price, 350 Ghana, 300 cedis for 50 kg.
Why, in your estimation, right, why do you feel that the rice coming in from the Aflao border or from Togo is relatively cheaper than the rice grown in Weta, for example?
Oh, when we ask them, they say the CFA is very down. So when they go to Togo, they buy it at cheaper price. That's why.
So what can be done to
the depreciation of the CFA?
The depreciation of the CFA?
Yes.
So in your estimation, right, what can be done to, make our rice and the price competitive so that, it can be sold quickly and farmers can make the money that they need?
They have to stop the importation. They have to stop it because the government policy is feed Ghana, and we are ready to farm and feed the nation. They have to stop the importation.
Averagely for the Weta irrigation scheme project, how much rice were you producing? Averagely.
Oh. If I may not lie, we are producing more than 300 tons.
Within what period?
Yes.
Within which period, sir?
One growing season.
One growing season, 300 tons.
Yes.
And for this growing season where we're experiencing the glut, how many tons have you produced?
For me alone, I produce more than 150 tons.
That's
wow.
Incredible. Wow.
So it means that people are not buying.
Yes.
And it's because they are buying from elsewhere.
Yes.
How are you surviving?
Wow.
Hey, it's very difficult to my sister. I can even get money to feed my children, even the school fees. The two of them are in University of Valley View. I don't have money to pay their accommodation fee and then this thing.
Wow. And I'm sure it's not just you alone, other farmers there as well.
The loan I took from the bank too, I couldn't pay the loan. They are on my neck. Yesterday they came to my house.
Wow. What is that urgent call from Weta rice farmers to government or to the buffer stock or to anybody in authority who can come to your aid?
Yeah, we have somebody wants to come and buy the rice and sell to the buffer stock. So we are in the process.
Okay, so the buffer stock has reached out to you?
Yeah.
The buffer stock has reached out to farmers in Weta?
No.
You said you're in talks with somebody. Who exactly is this person?
We talked to our MC,
Okay.
and he called the regional communication officer. So they are on this thing.
So what those
It's
talks
known to
are...
our MP2. It's known to our MP2.
Okay.
He's aware.
Okay. So the talks that you're having right now with your MCE, what is it meant for? What is it intended to do?
He called this thing, the regional. He called the region and narrated the story to them.
Okay.
And they say they will come for this thing, the rice. They will come and buy it for us, but it's not.
It hasn't materialized yet.
Yes.
In the interim, what are you doing, or what do you intend to do? How are you storing the rice? Do you have silos? Do you have warehouses? How is it being stored so that while you wait for these talks to materialize, the rice doesn't go bad?
We have some warehouses over here. We don't have silos. We have some warehouses, but it's not enough. So some of the rice we keep it in our residence or in our houses.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Wonder, one last time, I want you to speak to government as a rice farmer who's being affected by, should I say, oversupply or by this glut. Speak to government, speak to those in authority, and let them hear you on ChannelOne TV.
Okay, thank you. We are appealing to the government to come to our aid to buy the rice from. It's not rice alone. We are producing gari too.
Okay.
We are producing gari too. So we are appealing to the government to send the buffer stock to come to our aid so that we can pay our child school fees and then pay the loans we are learning from the bank.
Have you heard from the MP for the area, and what has he said to you in relation to the issue you're experiencing?
It was 4 days ago. I even came to Accra. So we conversed about the rice issue. He told me day in, day out, he's visiting the buffer stock office. So maybe by the end of this month, they will come to our aid. That's what he told me.
And how about buffer stock? Have you sent your concerns to them, and has there been any response?
And they say there's no money yet, so they are doing their best to come to our aid.
Interesting. Mr. Promise Wonder, an assemblyman for the area. Thank you so much for your, Pomevo. Thank you so much.
When you want to translate in English, is family finish.
It means
what?
Again.
Family finish. Family finish.
Wow, interesting. Thank you so much for your time this morning. We are grateful. We'll try and send the message out there for you as well on the concerns that you are raising. So, I was listening to you, right, and I realized that it was a very difficult interview because the issue is really simple, but it's also not really straightforward. I don't know how best to put my words together on this because, and of course, once they start talking about how it's affecting their livelihoods, other lives, everything comes to an end. I don't know. It was a very difficult interview to listen to because
I think that you can't pay your children's accommodation fees.
And
you want better for your kids.
He narrows
at the
down
end of the
the
day.
cost to importation of rice.
Yeah.
And he's true in a way because we import close to 3 billion, right? 3 billion Ghana cedis worth of rice annually in this country. High Street Journal says that we import 70% of our rice. Now, he's not even crying about rice coming from Thailand.
No, he's crying about...
He's crying from Togo. And his point is that...
It's cheaper.
And it's a big problem, right? Because if farmers... Look at the transportation cost across the border, right? So if residents there feel like it is cheaper buying rice from Togo than what is grown there, then there's a market accessibility problem, and that is what we need to address. Also, I think that government, like I said earlier, should identify some of these rice growing areas, some of these rice producers, and support them. Like take them on as a project. You see the way we are going about this one in Kokon Kitten. I think we should do something similar, not maybe at the same level, but something similar for rice. Because why are we saying that? We are saying that if we support rice, it will reduce our import bill. All the dollars we send in buying rice to bring into this country, the money will stay here for our local farmers, and it will create jobs. You get it? It will create jobs. So I don't see how difficult this is, and there is demand. At least we should try and halve the importation we do, and let's see how this will structurally help our economy. So I want to appeal to Eric Opoku. I saw a video of him, Charlie, to be a minister in Ghana, it's not easy. Charlie, he closed from work. He closed, they go sit in car inside. People just swarm him. And you don't even know where they are coming from. And everybody's just asking you for money. And I'm like, how can you even think to do the job? Do you get it? So, and I'm sure you go to other public officials, same is happening. So maybe we should leave them to work. And in leaving them to work, we want to urge them, they should come up with very innovative ways to deal with this. The last time was tomatoes in the Ashanti region, right? The independent MP.
Eggs.
Then it came to eggs.
Came to maize,
then
cereals.
Maize, and we can't keep using the same approach. Oh, there's a glut, government to go and buy it. Then that's it. Even when government says,
to find a long-term solution
before the payment will come. Some way, So let's support our farmers. I think there should be like a national policy to say that, okay, there was this time Bernard had a show on the radio, and we were talking about GDP, so gross what we produce in the country. But I also said something around those that are not only produced in the country, but owned. I've forgotten what it is. I think GDI or something.
Right.
So I think that we should support.
Find a long-term lasting solution
like
to
we
this.
should support.
We can't keep having glut after glut after
3
glut.
billion, 3 billion cedis of
Importation
rice
there.
importation.
Importation
That's too much.
It's too much, especially if we're producing here.
So our great minister.
So we're calling on authorities to, be up and doing. We can't keep having gluts.